everybody, this is Coaster Crazy 10 and this video is going to be a pickups video. I went to a flea market with one of my friends from around the Cincinnati area, a good friend for quite a long time, and we had a lot of fun. We went to a lot of like the stalls, and then we went to other places, and it was a lot of good fun. And then I went thrifting afterwards, but I didn't find anything thrifting. Surprisingly, there was a lot of good stuff at this flea market, even though it was Sunday, the second day, like past noon. I was really surprised to get all this stuff. And I know there was other stuff because all the vendors I was talking to were like, yeah, we had more video game stuff, but people bought them already. But regardless, I'm really happy with the stuff I got. And I got 9 games, and I paid $10 for all these 9 games. And they're just awesome games. So the first game that I saw was at just this random guy's vendor. He had, or this random guy's booth or stall. He had like 5 games. He had a couple PlayStation 1 games, and he had a Dreamcast game. And the Dreamcast game was Sonic Adventure. And I've been wanting this game for a long time. I had been looking on eBay for it, and the prices were just higher than I wanted them to be. And this is a 2-disc game. Let's see. This disc, or this case is funny. There we go. And here's the second disc. And it came with the play to win entry thing and everything. And the discs are really nice. So this was $1. And this is like a $10, $15+ game, and it's in really good shape. So this was a great find, and that basically just set the note for the rest of the day. I'm going to show you what I got last, and this was at just another random booth. It's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine for the Sega Game Gear. Got it for $1 as well. He had another, like a sports game, and I really didn't want it. And he was like, "Do you want this game? Do you want this game?" And I was like, "If you give it to me if I get both for $1." Then I'll pay for it, but he wasn't willing to do that, so I just picked up this game. But for $1, I mean, it's like a $5 game, so it's not too bad. Then all the rest of these games I got at one vendor. I'll go through the NES games first. Let's see, 1 second. Okay. The first game here is Skate or Die. I had been looking for this game for a while. I'm glad I got it. This was like, I think he made me pay like 50 cents for it. The only problem, well, the pins are a little dirty, but there's like a crack in the back. I might be able to pop open a game that I have that just isn't working and replace the back when I get a bit, but if it works, I mean, I can't really complain. Just need to clean the pins up a little bit, but that's cool. Skate or Die. Next is RC Pro-Am. I've been needing this game for my collection. I mean, everyone has this game if you have an NES, and I just had been delaying picking it up because I wanted to get it for a good deal, and I'd say 50 cents is a pretty good deal. Now, these last 2 games were, well, one of them I know for sure is good, and the other one I've heard a lot of good things about. The one I know for sure is good is Life Force. Now, this is in really rough shape, but I feel like I can get this cleaned up and I can make it look nice. Just get an alcohol swab and clean out the pins and everything, and hopefully this will play. It's not rattly or anything, so it's not bad, and that came in a third-party sleeve. And then the last NES game I got was Star Tropics. I'm pretty sure this is good, and it's got a save battery in there, so generally if a game has a save battery, I have not seen a bad game have a save battery, really, because I think it just is a mark of quality that they're willing to give you a save instead of a password system. Let's see, I picked up a loose Genesis game, Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. I think I paid $1 for this. I think I may have overpaid, but it's Street Fighter, and I need a Street Fighter game. It's not in too bad shape, so I figured why not. And these last 3 games I'm really pretty pumped about. I picked up a Sega Saturn game, Manx TT Superbike Complete. These cases are so hard to open correctly. The instruction booklet is a little warped, but that's just because it was laying like this, and the reason why there was foam in the original packaging across the disc was to keep the instruction manual from bowing like this. So this was stored on its side, but honestly that's okay. As long as the box is intact, I'm really not too picky about, as long as the instructions are like decent, I'm not too picky about it. Like if they're ripped or missing pages, I'm not going to be very happy about that, but if it's just a little warping, not that big of a deal. The disc is excellent, and this is on my to-get list. It's not that rare, it's not that valuable, but I mean, I think I got it for $1, so I really can't complain about picking this up for $1. Then I got a Sega CD game. This is Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now the only reason I picked this up is because it was like the only one he had in good condition, and I had just watched the Sega CD episode of Angry Video Game Nerd, so obviously he mentioned this game, and I would have wanted to get it at some point in the future, so I figured for $1, couldn't pass it up. And that's complete. There's not as much bowing in this. This may have been stored upright, and the disc itself is in very good shape. So that was cool too. Now the last game, I'm pretty stoked about this. He had like a box of N64 games and a box of Super Nintendo games, but they were all complete. Now I'm just gonna direct this at SNEStastic. Before you freak out, they were not in good enough condition for you. If they were like $2 each, and I would have snatched them up in an instant. But they were pretty rough. I picked up one of the best condition ones. I don't know anything about this game, but it's a Super Nintendo game, complete in box, in pretty decent condition. It doesn't have any of the inserts, it just has the manual, but I think it'd be a nice addition to my collection, and if I ever start getting into buying complete Super Nintendo collections or games, I think this it'll look nice. This is Gary Kitchen's Super Battle Tank War in the Gulf. And there's a little quote on the front from Nintendo Power saying, like, it looks so real you wonder if it's Super NES or CNN or something like that. And it actually looks like there's full motion video-esque stuff going on in here. And it looks interesting. I probably won't play that very much, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. As you can see, there's pretty significant corner wear. I mean, if we're being picky. There's bowing. You can probably see there's a slight bow out there. I mean, overall, I would say the box is in like 8 of 10 condition, but I mean, for SNEStastic, like, trust me, dude, if there would have been anything in good condition, I would have picked it up and let you know, but it would not be good enough for him, but this is certainly good enough for me. So that was my pickups for today. I'll just show you kind of an overview, I guess. All that for $10. I'd say that's a pretty good day's work. I do have a Craigslist deal that is pretty awesome that I just secured, and I'll be doing a video for that tomorrow, and then the day after I will shoot my 100 subscriber special video and try to get that up as soon as possible. So, and I mean, you guys can keep subscribing. I keep getting more subscribers, and I really appreciate all these people that are subscribing, and I'm not really putting out any content that my channel is really about, like the pickups and packages, until now. But I thanks everybody for subscribing. If you haven't, any of my new subscribers, if you haven't, I'll link, I guess, around the video again and in the description. You can go to my 100 subs Q&A pre-video. If you want to ask a question, you'll be entered to win a drawing. All the rules are explained in the video, so go check that out if you want. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, if not the day after.